Well, a good afternoon, everyone, as we are in the gateway of the North, the city of North Bay, Ontario, Canada. Spring is around the corner, but still snow over the flowing river here in this Northern Ontario city, sitting next to Lake Nipissing. Aptly named North Bay is where the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018 will take place in North Bay Memorial Gardens, and we're into session 4. This is Japan taking on Denmark, our feature game here in this session. Well, Team Russia honored before session 4 going on this afternoon. So let's meet the teams in our feature game. For Japan, their lead, Arisa Kotani. Their second in her first game, Yuna Kotani. Their third, Kaho Onadera. The 2018 Japan champions, skipped by Tori Kawana. They will be taking on Denmark. Their lead, Lena Knudsen. Their second, Camilla Jensen. Third, Christine Groenbeck. And their skip, her first time back since 2010, Angelina Jensen skips the Danish team here. As the usual, handshakes before the game. We'll get you set up for how things sit right now through 3 sessions. Canada, Korea, Russia, and Sweden all at 2-0. While Japan is in our game, just 1 game played so far with a win. 3 1-1 teams. Then Denmark 0-1. Czech Republic, Germany, Scotland, and Switzerland round out the 13-team field. As we look at what's going on here in session 4, on sheet A, Scotland at 0-2 takes on the USA 1-1. Our feature game, Japan and Denmark, will be on sheet B. On sheet C, it is Russia at 2-0 taking on Switzerland 0-2, and Italy, Sweden round out the games. Luke Coley joined Rona Howie, and it's a pleasure to have you with me, Rona, for session 4, Japan versus Denmark.
Good afternoon, Luke.
It is always fun to be inside the building, a good atmosphere again, as the team's ready to go. It's been a long time back for Angelina Jensen. They get to start their first game. They played the Olympic champions, and now they get to take on a young Japanese squad.
Yeah, 8 years is a long time to be away from competitive curling on the world stage, so it'll be interesting to see how they cope this week.
The Japanese team get a win in their first. Not a lot of international experience for them. They're happy to be in this. They're mixing up the lineup a little bit. Yuna Kotani comes in, plays her first game, as Mao Ishigaki steps out after playing yesterday. So mixing it up, keeping getting the experience in there for some players.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for that young team all to be on the ice and just try different positions and see how they gel.
Well, we are underway. Japan will have the hammer throwing the red stones. Denmark with the yellow. Lena Knudsen, 32-year-old lead. So first stone into the rings, we saw a very aggressive play from Japan yesterday in their win over Germany. And they're not going to waste any time as well. Put up the corner guard for the youngest player in the event, Arisa Kotani. Just 17 years of age.
Yeah, it's always good to see these young teams going to go for it in the first end. They've had 9 minutes practice, so they should know the ice, know the weight. And they're not frightened to try and generate a 2 off the bat.
They played Germany yesterday, were aggressive without the hammers. Today they have the hammer, they put the corner guard out in front, and game on. Let's see what you're going to get out of this Denmark squad. Lena Knudsen played 80% in their loss yesterday to Sweden. Well, the hit moves those stones around, doesn't eliminate any stones. It's still 1-2 now for Denmark.
You wouldn't see many teams playing that weight. Just to do that, they would remove something from play. So it's interesting because it does open it all up for them when they've got the hammer.
Well, Camilla Jensen, second, of course, playing with her sister. She's in her 6th World Championship. And there's a mistake by Denmark, jamming on the back one. Japanese team don't waste a lot of time. They make very quick decisions, and there's always a lot of smiles on their face when they're playing. They're an enjoyable team to watch play, seeing always the smiles. Sometimes you expect to see a frown, but they're smiling out there. They're enjoying playing at a World Championship.
Lots of smiles and lots of chat.
So a little hit and flop, my second and third. If we look at the rules of play, 6 ends must be played before a team can concede. 38 minutes of thinking time and 1 60-second timeout. So that thinking time runs as it would be right now while the team is discussing what they're playing. It will stop when the player crosses the tee line that they're sliding. Well, just nice control weight, able to hit lie 1-2 for Denmark in this first end of play.
Very nice controlled weights the Japanese play.
Well, they aren't going after the. They do look like they lie shot in the back, but it's a patient approach. They're waiting to see if they get a half shot from Denmark, maybe get their deuce that way.
Yeah, just waiting for an error so they can capitalise. They have got the corner guard, which they could use, but at the moment they're just waiting for a hit and roll out here. Oh, and
a hog line violation with the lights flashing red. And you see them there. So not delivered before the hog line. And that is a complete miss. That's not even a hit and roll out.
No.
Japan was not banking on getting that.
That's an extra bonus at the first end when you've got last stone advantage. The only slight thing in Denmark's favour is that yellow is partially guarded. So it's not that easy for Japan to remove. They would have to raise their own red. Thought she might go for that now rather than leaving it in case she doesn't get another chance.
Kaho Onodera. Looks like she is making a play on it.
Yeah, they've discussed whether to come round the corner or not. This is a good call if she can keep her shooter in play.
No, very nice. Well separated with those stones. And Onodera actually came in as the alternate. Another team in Japan, and really slotting her in at the third spot to help give some experience. She's able to, the only player with past World Championship experience. She played 2015. Sometimes needing that calming factor to get things under. I'm sure we'll see a little different lineup from Japan throughout, and they'll mix it up to get the young team as a team that they won the Japan Championship out on the ice here at this event. Well, Groenbeck makes the hit, but it is third shot, it looks like. A great opportunity for this Japanese team to take advantage of the hog line violation. A well set up end, just mistake earlier. The hog line violation, so the stone gets pulled. Now a draw to lie 3.
Just a bit further back than they were looking for.
Has that set up a double now for Denmark?
I think Angelina likes the drawing game, and you just wonder, you know, at this stage she's 3 against. She really has to hit though. Even if she can hit and flop off that one in the centre over towards the other one, it might leave her an easier double the next time.
Well, it's the 7th trip to a World Championship for Angelina, but her first time actually throwing final stones. As a silver and a bronze. Oldest player in the competition at 44. We've got the youngest as the lead for Team Japan. And the nose hit.
So if Japan did nose this, it would make it an easier double for Denmark. So I think you'll see Japan want to hit and roll over away from that other red stone.
So the 22-year-old Skip, Japanese champion. Of course, trying to keep momentum going for the Japanese curling after a bronze medal, pardon me, at the Olympic Winter Games. Well,
she has left a double now for Denmark.
looks like a lot of ice to play the double.
It does. But you saw there Japan just played a very soft tap back weight rather than a hit. So unless Angelina Jensen's going to follow suit, but I would think she's trying to hit and flop over on top of that red. If she's not taking the double. Starting to come now. Can she get a good roll?
Will they make the double? They won't. Will roll straight through. So an opportunity at 3 now for Japan in the first end. I think they were just trying to hit and roll, and it over curled on them.
Yeah, it looked as though she was just trying to hit and flop over on top of the other one. Or the double could have been an option, but unfortunately she was caught in between. So a very well played first end by Japan, just the way they split the lead stones and opened up the house. They didn't remove them from play, but just gave them options. And that one error from Denmark, certainly Japan capitalised straight away.
Well, Tori Koana, they won their first game, scored 2 in the 10th end to beat Germany yesterday. Trying to get off to a great start. Need to sit in the rings, but this one has to hit the brakes. And it will not, right through, so an extra point missed. They still score multiple point end, but it is just 2 that Japan gets. We're through one end here, the Ford World Women's Curling Championship. Welcome back inside North Bay Memorial Garden. Luke Ole here with Rona Howie as we have Japan taking on Denmark. Japan missed an extra point in that first end. Other than that, a perfect end by the Japanese side. 2-0 lead. Call to go into the top of the house here.
Yeah, I think we'll see top 4 is where they requested it, but it's just going to slip back.
So back 8 foot and corner guard for Team Denmark. Well, Lena Knudsen puts up the corner guard, and her and Christine Groenbach actually played together in 2014 World Women's Curling Championship. They finished 10th that year. Lena played lead, and it was Christine playing second that season.
We're almost having to bring corner guards fairly close to the house here because the swing's so big at the end. They're curling a long way, so if you pass the guard, you come out the other side. So stone positioning here for leads is really critical.
So Rona, probably close to the Ford logo there is ideal for a corner guard where you're trying to put those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, first 2 into the house for Team Japan, and we'll see how Denmark tries to generate their offense. We saw a little tap by Japan in the first.
Yeah, Denmark just looking to try and hit and roll behind their corner. Is it covered? No, Japan will still be able to see enough of that to remove it.
Well, going to need that late finish to get at that one. And they'll go right by. So there's a mistake by Japan. And all of a sudden now Denmark has a chance here.
Yeah, this is where I'd like, even to see a freeze when it is back tee. They don't need to hit this. They could freeze it and really cause a problem for Japan.
Well, it'll take a lot of perfect shots to score your 2 by playing this hit right away. Well, Denmark lying 2. See the coach for Japan, Yuji Nishimura.
Doing a lot of writing.
See a lot of the coaches there, and they'll record the games, they'll make notes, they'll track stones. There's lots of things that are going on the coaches bench during these games. Well, the Denmark coach, Jamie Danbrook, out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Just a little bit east of here. A few provinces east, I should say.
It's still Canada, though. It's the same country.
Still, for other places in the world, it's probably get through about 2 or 3 countries before you get the distance between Nova Scotia and Ontario, where the Worlds are this year.
So both teams really looking to get the roll in behind cover, but they've just nosed it. Japan really wanting to get a roll here. Again, another one on the nose.
Is it they're trying to anticipate the curl and then jump the sweeping, or not wanting to lose it?
Yeah, I think they had anticipated that would have curled more, and the sweepers did indicate that weight was up a bit than what the skip was expecting, so that's maybe why it didn't curl so much at the end.
So just trading hits back and forth here in the second end. It is a 2-0 Japan lead.
Says, right, we'll try the other hand this time. See if we can get a better roll. Trying to hold this one to get the roll. Oh.
And again, unable to hit roll. A tough shot to make, and these teams erring on the side of caution that they're going to nose it as opposed to hit and roll out.
As it's getting higher up the house, Denmark need to be careful they don't leave a double.
Well, Christine Groenbeck, actually a student to become a physiotherapist. It's a hit. Do they make the roll? And I think you'll still be able to see a little bit of that one.
But certainly makes it a lot trickier for Japan now.
Should be tempted to maybe play a freeze.
Yeah, even if she stops slightly higher and lies second shot, just makes it slightly more difficult for Denmark. She could take the top one off and roll over, but then she's really hoping for an error from Denmark to prevent losing a 2.
They must feel that they can see enough of this to make a play on it. And the guard, as you talked about earlier, Rona, is about halfway, if not longer. Lots of room to get by if you throw the proper weight.
It almost looks there as though it's easier to come to the shot rather than the top one.
Well, there's a look at the different delivery that you see from Kuana with the out turn. She sort of starts in the same position to throw it an in turn or a clockwise, but spins it back and then goes back the other way. So
yeah, reverse. Oh,
change of plans.
Plan B. See, that did look the easier shot, but
here's a look at this how the rotation is put on the stone. Sets it that way, about 10 o'clock, turns it to 2 o'clock, and then back.
It's quite a knack to reverse handle like that.
Similar, talking yesterday when we saw it, is very similar to Torger Nergard of Team Olsrud out of Norway that does it that way. Sort of starts on both turns, starts the opposite way. Does it a lot sooner. She seems to do it very close to release. So obviously worked for her to win the Japanese championship. Really trying to hold this one as it rolls and rolls out of the rings and out of place. So there's a mistake. Angelina Jensen rolls out. Can you get at that one in the top of the 12 foot? We've seen 2 attempts by Japan. Well, let's look over to Scotland, United States. A blank first, and it is Scotland with the hammer in the second end. Looks like they are lying 1, so an out-turn draw here for Hannah Fleming to score 2. Hannah Fleming losing earlier today to China, or no, pardon me,
to Italy. Yes.
To Italy.
An extra end there.
Just guiding this one into the 8 foot. As they will get their 2 points, an early 2-0 lead over Team USA, who lost their game this morning to Russia. Scotland looking for their first win. Meanwhile, in our feature game, Kwana able to get at that one. Doesn't hold the shooter, so an opportunity for the blank.
Yeah, a couple of errors from both sides here, but neither really able to capitalise on the other's mistakes. It's only the second end. I'll still get 8 to go.
Well, this will keep it a 2-0 score. Japan leading. Angelina throws it through. Denmark will retain the hammer as we'll get set for the third end here. The Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018. Well, the third end begins here. Watching live coverage of the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018. Luke Coley here with Rona Howie as a missed opportunity in that second end for Denmark.
Yeah, just a nose hit from Angelina Jensen. Their first stone would have created a tube. But a hit and roll out allowed Japan just to hit and roll and clear the end. So off they go again. So I think you'll see the same setup. Japan will bring their first one in, and then Denmark will go up with the corners. They're always so cheery, Japan, though, for every shot.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Obviously, I don't understand what they're saying, but you can tell that they're lighthearted out there and enjoying the sport of curling and being out on the ice.
And it was the same at the Olympic Games. You already mentioned, you know, the bronze medal over there for Japan, and a lot of people were commenting how happy and cheery they were playing every single game.
Yeah. Well, Japan had already been big in the curling world, growing the game since the 1998 Nagano Olympic Winter Games, and just building and building. They've a silver medal at the Worlds in 2016. Now a bronze medal at the most recent games in South Korea. And now we're seeing a different team and seeing the development and the depth that's starting to build in Japanese curling.
Yeah, it's great to see a different team here competing at this level, getting even more experience for more players. So a really good setup there from Leeds.
Well, a close look to see if it's in or out. Oh, looks from the overhead there that it is just out.
I would say it's out, but
remember that camera is directly over the button, not over top of the... This is one of the times, Rono, they can measure prior to the end of the conclusion of an end.
yeah, just because it is the free guard zone rule, obviously they can remove it if it is in, so they're allowed to bring the umpire on just to confirm if it's in or out.
I cannot remember, did he say that the rings was too big or too small? Yeah, they said something in the team meeting, so I was thinking, oh.
They said something in the team meeting.
But you can't remember it, and we're only day 2.
Too big or too small, it's helpful to know which.
So they'll throw this. If it hits it, it is in and it can be removed.
Ooh, out.
Oh, real good look at that one just go by. So it is out.
Thank you.
By the smallest of margins. And that changes. Be a different call if it was in.
Yeah, if it was in, you would see Denmark want to remove that to open up the 4 foot, so they could hit that and roll behind their corner, whereas now this is where the Leeds come to the 4 when they have to come round these tight guards and freeze the one on the 4 foot. It's even not a bad call here if Denmark were to split that front one into the rings. But she's passed it nicely.
Jump over on sheet D, Italy and Sweden. Anna Hasselborg and her Sweden team coming in at 2-0. A blank first and play around the corner guard, but it never really set up for them. And Anna forced to play the out-turn draw to take a single point. And not a problem. Right in there for a single point for Sweden after 2 ends against Italy. Of course, Anna coming off that Olympic gold medal. Rona, you know something about that, being an Olympic champion. Is there a little more pressure on the team? As well, but we'll get to that in 1 second, Rona. We'll jump over Russia and Switzerland because a big end is brewing now for the Russian squad. Victoria Moisheva has a hit here for what looks like 5. And we'll do that. So a handful by the Russians to take a 5-1 lead after giving up a steal in the first. They had a disappointing Olympics. They might have had a little bit more expectations, but they end up coming out. And now here they're sitting at 2-0 and playing an 0-2 Swiss team that's won 2 world championships.
Yeah, the Swiss have had a tough start so far, but it's such a long week. You know, with 13 teams now in the competition, it really is a long week. So it's just trying to keep that level of performance up. And you were asking, you know, about Sweden, and they're such a good team. that I do think they will be able to keep going this week, but it is such a long haul after the mental and physical aspect of the Olympic Games for them as a team, and the interest that there's been on them since the Olympics. They've had to deal with a lot of media requests back home, so it will be tough, but I'm sure they're a very professional outfit and they will be able to deal with this week as well.
It seems like it might help them. They're used to playing a lot. They're a team that plays non-stop, similar to the men's side. Nicholas Adine play a lot, so just getting back out on the ice, it's probably easier for them than doing all the extracurricular stuff, the media obligations, the publicity, and sharing the gold medal that teams seem to do.
Yeah, definitely. Just get on the ice and play. That's what they love doing.
Well, here our feature game, Japan, Denmark, and was around that centerline guard and then hit and roll by Denmark. Now forcing Yuna Kotani to play the run back. Well, they nose it. They hit it the other way and actually kick that yellow one into the frozen position, top of the 8-foot.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage to Denmark there. If anything, they would have been better probably just peeling the guard and not moving that one over. Just the spring, it's just frozen perfectly.
Yeah, great angle on both of those in the house. Well, they line it up right in front to lie second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, if they've just got a fraction more of a spring on that middle yellow to leave the plant better, whereas that yellow could go out in the middle. But one more jam, so it's one of these ones that Japan know they've got to hit. But it's what reaction you get off the stones.
Kaho Onodera will throw a rocket at this to try and move them around. A little extension at the end as well for the Japanese third. Well, it doesn't get rid of any hitter on the wrong side, and they lose their own and the shooter. Denmark's got something brewing now here in the third end.
Definitely. And you wonder with that, you know, with Japan being that younger team, they're here to, you know, to gain experience, and it's shots like that to know the angles and learn the right side to hit on, and it's all a big learning curve for this young team.
And that's one they might see their coach or national coach JD Lin make a note, say, just let's think of which side, if we're going to miss, which side do we want to miss hitting that on the other side as opposed to having it over curl.
Very close to the hog line again.
Did have a hog line violation in the first end. Christine Groenbeck. Just in her second World Championship. Played with a different set of Denmark sisters and the DuPont sisters in 2014.
Denmark with last stone here, they've kind of grouped these all together. You wondered about maybe coming around that corner guard, even top 12, just to separate your stones a bit. It gives Japan a much bigger target.
Yeah, I don't think you can, there's no hole to go through. They're going to hit something here. Chance at 2, maybe you get lucky and get 3 with just 1 stone now. Well, get 1, get 2, and we'll sit in front. Not out of the woods, but a better situation now for Japan.
tænker på, hvis vi lægger den her. Okay.
Vi kan ikke spille en 11. Man ser fuld herover, vel?
Så du vil lade den der?
Ja.
Altså, vi ligger med 2. Vi ligger med 2, ja.
Okay.
Men denne her, den kan hun sige duk, så ligger hun både shot, og hun ligger med garden.
Okay.
Så det er derfor, jeg tænker,
Så lad os ikke sprog.
hvad synes I? Det er fint, Frøsø. Men vi kan også godt spille 11'en.
Nej, den her, den er fin. Alternative kort, ikke?
It looks like two decisions: play the corner freeze or play the little hit and roll.
8, fuld 8.
I mean, Denmark lie to here. They've got last stone and they don't want to play the harder shot. Leave that for Japan to play. So there's a bit of debate as to whether to remove it or freeze it.
8, 4. 4. 4.
Kun 8.
Den er 4.
Got a long way to draw.
10 line, 10.
Ingenting, aldrig.
Den er
Could she come right round?
Jeg kan ikke gøre noget.
Might be a decision you need to make, and
Oh,
Okay.
in between.
yeah, in between. And now, is there another look at a triple?
Jeg kommer langt.
That one may maybe make that decision and go around, go deeper. Not a double. There's probably, it might be a double. So a couple shots left here. Skip stones upcoming, and Japan trying to get out of this one without giving up a deuce. Looks like a close to being the triple available.
後ろは噛む？後ろはそうアングルがちょっとだけ外のから当たればちょっとほぼ真ん中ぐらい。でもこっちが過ぎると1個しか出ないから。
So we've seen already the Japanese delivery when they're throwing the big weights. They've got quite a big extension. So always difficult to be 100% accurate with that. But she's got a big target here.
Well, we've seen Tori Koana. She gets in the hack and she goes looking to make that double and won't. Outside on that one. Need to hit less of that one that they made contact with.
Altså, hun har jo den der, men problemet er, at den kan jo hen over. Altså, den vil ramme her, så kan vi fiske den vej.
So hits too much of that one. You catch it thinner, you probably definitely make that triple. There was enough weight on it. Catch the right angle.
Yeah, just the wrong side of the stone. She could have afforded to even just skim the inside of that to get her shooter over. So she'll be disappointed with that result when she had such a big target. So a great opportunity for Denmark though, with last stone advantage here.
8, hvad siger I til den? Skråt ned på deres.
Jeg tror, det skal være 10.
Jo, men hvad har jeg ellers? Hun skal jo bare fyre på sine foran. Det er jo det, jeg tænker sådan lidt. Og ligger jeg garden.
What would be the call now at this point for Denmark? Do you want to try and corner freeze it? Do you bring another one into the forefoot?
Ja, det tænker jeg.
You could,
Altså ligger den i top 4.
in your line 2 in the forefoot, you could bring one to the back at the right hand side of the forefoot and let Japan chase it.
10. Ja, 0,5. 10.
And even if they go for the freeze, you can still hit it. She certainly doesn't want to put a short guard on here that Japan can come around. It's always difficult. You don't want to guard when you've got last stone.
Well, needs a precise shot here for the Denmark skip. Comes deep now. They do lie 3, but their smouts as will jump over. Scotland, United States of America, 2-0 Scotland leading, and Jamie Sinclair, first World Championship, chance to
Line's good.
Looks like get a third point. Lying 2 at the moment.
Still running. Looks like a lot. Okay. 気持ち薄めだと多分こういく。でこう Again the 12 foot man. It's not that weight. 2?
Well,
Yes.
just didn't curl, and it is a deuce for the States, so they tie it up 2-2 over on sheet A. Scotland looking for their first win. USA trying to bounce back after
struggling with
a loss earlier today to Russia.
putting the broom down. Like it's just, it's a little pickier because wherever the break point is, like you never got it on that one. But if you're in tighter,
So that stone there from Denmark now gives Japan a really good hit and roll over into the pocket. It's not where Angelina Jensen wanted to stop that stone.
She was heavy, should have been real deep if she didn't make contact with her own.
Yeah.
Very nice shot. Hit, rolls over, and sits shot and can't quite see all of it. How? You have to try and play a little tap just to get one now.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot now.
Considering at one point it was Denmark drawing to lie 4.
Yeah, even Angelina's last stone, if it had gone through the 4 foot and missed everything, they would have been in a better position. But just by giving Japan the chance to hit and roll in the pocket has really killed her end.
Den var hurtig før.
Den var en bagkant, tror jeg. 7 bagkant, var den ikke?
Den var 7. 7.
Det er det samme.
Nej, jeg vil gerne have mindre. Altså, jeg vil gerne have T-line. Jeg spiller T-line.
Okay.
Total pølse, altså.
så jeg kigger om, er der hul til at get peek ned igen, men det er
Ikke få den ned, du. Der er ikke nogen huller.
Even if she just scraped past the top red there in the 4
Den skal ligge lige
foot,
på klatten, den her.
she could split the red off the back yellow and bring maybe her yellow into play, but it's very, very tight. I think she's just got to play the dead draw and sweep it for a wee
Little tap.
nick.
Yeah. Not an easy shot that you want to throw on your last, considering you're thinking maybe in your head that I'm going to probably get 2, if not more. Now I need a perfect shot just to make sure you score.
They're having to work this hard though, it's not got the weight.
It's going to over curl, and it will be a steal of 1. So Japan gets that point. They missed back in the first via the steal in the third. So 3-0 now through 3 ends of play. That can be a demoralizing end for Denmark, giving up the steal.
Yeah, they were in control that whole end. After the lead setup, you know, it was looking good for Denmark to score multiples.
アベコングとホームアウェイでもしかしたら傾斜が違う。
ねじれてるかもね。
こっちは絶対にね、こっち任せる。Prøv at høre, Pia. Vi spiller altså rigtig, rigtig pænt. Det er kun fordi det er sådan nogle små, bitte ting. Hvis vi bare bliver ved med at lige at hænge i, fordi de bliver ved med at lave fejl. Og det er dem, og vi er ret gode til at udnytte dem. Så lad os bare lige give bare 5% mere. Alle sammen, så er den der. Det er jeg sikker på.
Det ser godt ud langt hen ad vejen, ikke?
Ja.
Altså,
Ja, langt hen ad vejen.
ja. Så vi bare lige have det sidste.
Ja. Så tager vi 2. Ja. Vi kan godt ligge til det.
Well, Japan extends their lead through the steal. Now leads 3-0 here. Live coverage of the Ford World Women's Curling Championship. Live from North Bay, Ontario, Canada. And Denmark had a good end going, got a couple of mistakes in the middle of the lineup from Japan, but could not finish it off. And that one is definitely in. It's just a little deeper than that where they wanted. Well, Lena Knudsen, tournament accuracy at 84%.
Yeah, so she just needs to continue persevering with the corner guards and try and generate a 2.
Marisa Kotani, 81% on the tournament. Here's we play in the 4th end. Both these teams just playing their 2nd game. They're the only 2 teams with just 1 game played so far. Well, keep you up to date with all the other games going on. Sweden coming in at 2-0 record. But Italy's Diana Gaspari at 1-1. Coming off a win against Scotland earlier today. Trying to get a little bit of roll inside to score 1. Doesn't get the roll. Well, knows that one. And it's going to be a steal and a 2-0 Sweden lead through 3 ends over on sheet D. Well, right next to him, we saw the 5 by Russia in the 2nd. And here facing multiple counters, 2-time world champion Binya Felcher. Almost on it before she even released it. Really working hard to try and hold this one. Kaufman and Hovald. Well, hit and a bit lucky that they clip on that other red, otherwise it could have been a steal of more. It's just a steal of 1 for Russia and a 6-1 lead. Switzerland coming in 0-2 as well. And we'll have a feature game. We play around the center. The corner guard will be removed. So, first time we've seen a 13-team round robin at the World Championship. Rona, where does that sit? Sort of the top 6 teams will make the playoffs. Is 4 losses what you're looking? 5 losses maybe a possibility with you playing a 12 game round robin?
Yeah, I think you'd need to be 7-5, I would think, because we're going to see a lot of teams beat each other. But with the 13 teams, as the week goes on, I think you'll start to see a bit of a divide. I would say 7-5 would hopefully get you through. But to be safe, I think you would want 8-4.
8-4 is sort of what your 3 loss was what you're looking for in the 12-team system, and maybe you get an extra game. 1 more loss gets you in. See how it all plays out. Still a long ways from that as we see Camilla Jensen, 88% on the tournament.
You know, it used to be 10 teams, and to go to 13, just those extra few games, it does make it such a long week. And intense weeks for all players. So the mental and physical side of the game is really important now. You've got to be mentally fit and physically fit to play 12 games and then hopefully two more games at the end of the week.
So 6 teams will make the playoffs now, with the 1st and 2nd place going directly to the semifinals. 3 through 6 will play in 2 quarterfinals.
Oh,
that got a few things moving on that
a few
field.
stones there.
They're just just off of almost getting that yellow in the house.
ちょっと早かったちょっと早いちょっと振ったが2投目のが強い
Yeah, with no corner in play, Denmark could just hit and roll over and lie there too.
Jeg synes, vi skal lave den der.
But it's quite early in the end to protect that too.
9,5, 10. Nej, 9,5.
Okay. Godt. Ole.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see now with the 13 teams if a team actually goes undefeated throughout the whole week or not.
9,5. Yes.
Well, just 5 teams. We're obviously just in session 4 right now, but 5 teams without a loss. One of them being this Japan squad is see Camilla Jensen hit, roll off to the side. So they'll try and trade hits and avoid setting up a double.
8かなあー7半かな半分
4 teams at 2-0. 2 of the 4 in play. Russia and Sweden both at 2-0.
半分で7半
Korea and Canada with the session off. They both come in at 2-0, and then Japan at 1-0. Kaho Onodera.
Trying for the double or at least a hit and roll, but goes
Goes-
the wrong way.
She's done that a couple times on the big weight shots, just a little bit off. Or maybe sliding tight, more extent with the extension, putting it off the broom.
Đau lớp hơi khó cắn. Quên là cái quyển
And that's a difference too. Onodera, not regularly with this team, was added as the alternate from another team in Japan. Different icing or with the release for Kuana to follow.
Yeah, it's always good for the skip to know how their players release the stones because everybody's different and need to be able to adapt the ice accordingly. However, it does now give Denmark the opportunity to split their 2 yellow stones much further apart in the house.
Godt, den skal helt derned, den skal helt derned, den skal helt derned. Nu mere, 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 nu. Godt, Pasi. Godt, Chris. Godt spillet.
Well, they're
Bare se Line
just a little over 12 feet apart.
いいと思う
やってたよ
10秒で
Those 2 stones, they'll try
Godt,
and
Chris.
lump them together. But important, you try and hold your shooter.
Yeah, even if the shooter could go over towards the other yellow stone and try and bring them, then get a nose from Denmark, there may be a double the next time.
Wasn't quite the extension on that one, so it might be
Yeah, it's a lot softer weight, this one. It's curling though.
very lively. House is able to make that roll into the side of the 4-foot.
Yeah, just a much more controlled weight, that one. So Denmark still looking good to generate their 2 here.
And they just have to make their shots. They've had chances the last 2 ends. Just like that. Rolling out. There goes the deuce opportunity in one shot. Unable to hold the shooter.
And it's these bread and butter shots, just the open hits or the open draws that you need to make at this level, because you don't get many chances to build up your multiple ends.
No, and this is 3 straight ends where there have been setups for Denmark. Definitely something that'll be noted by the coaches, and they'll say we need to execute the simpler shots, the lower degree of difficulty. Let's complete our shots, and could be a much different game.
Japan don't want to jam this though. No, she's hit it perfectly.
Yeah, the little roll actually makes this a trickier shot too for Denmark.
最後めっちゃ帰ってきた。10番だっけ？ああ、そっか。10番だよね。Ellers skal vi lægge os herned. Ja, til fryse.
Okay. Jeg tror, jeg skal ikke sker der sådan noget. Jeg er virkelig i tvivl, altså.
Er det nok is?
Well, not playing the hit. They're going to try and play the freeze on this one. Thought they might just try and play the hit.
Ja.
Just a 3-0 game. It's not an end where you have to go all out to try and score your 2.
No, they could have made the call. Well, we've lost a chance of 2. We just blank this one and move on.
Yeah, we'll
to
look
next.
over Scotland, USA over on sheet A. 2-2. Playing in the 4th end, and it is USA lying 3. Hannah Fleming can make. Is it the double or just going right after shot stone? Well, make the double and sit there to score 1. Had to do it the hard way. But Scotland gets 1. They'll lead 3-2 after 4. Looking for their first win at their first World Championship.
Yeah, no, it's so nice. Not that good. We just cannot think it.
Well, the freeze attempt missed, so all of a sudden now went from a 2 to now looking at being forced to take a single point. It's been one of those games for Denmark so far.
あれさのやつちょっと入っちゃったやつが4秒だから、まあ両一で引っ張れば。
Okay, 滑ってるね。
And 8 years is a long time for Angelina Jensen to have been away from this level. You know, China, Korea, they probably weren't playing the last time she was playing in the world. So the game has moved on quite considerably in 8 years.
Yeah, and it was 2010 where she did the double play in the Olympic Winter Games and then the World Championships. So playing at a high level and not seeing her name as much in the curling world, in the Bonspiels and on the curling tour. Japan makes a nice draw in, lie 2. Now the hit and stick to score that single point and get on the board. Well, Angelina Jensen, 61% in the tournament so far. Needs to hit and stick, but will hit and roll out. So 3 straight misses by Denmark means another steal and a 4-0 lead now for Japan. Just not going their way, is it, for Denmark? They trail 4-0 through 4.
Nej, men nu giver vi dig mere is, og nu er der, det er fint, vi har styr på det. Det er rigtig godt.
Okay.
Ja. Super. Godt spil.
Well, we start this fifth end, and Denmark still looking to try and get on the board. And they have had plenty of opportunities in this one. Japan's done enough, but haven't even... have had some half shots and let off openings out there for Denmark to score. Not just singles, but multiple points, and they haven't been able to finish off the ends, especially on the back end. So they'll try and regroup, put up the corner guard now here as we play the fifth end.
Yeah, Denmark have still got 6 ends to go, but they really need to get their 2 on the board now, going into the fifth end break. And as you say, look, they've had several chances in the last few ends to create that 2. They just need to do it again and then finish it off.
So the corner guard will... Pretty good spot right on that Ford logo we talked about earlier. The stone placements, we'll look over. See 3 Swedish stones all behind cover here for Diana Gaspari. Got her first win earlier today. Trying to make it 2 in a row. In-turn draw. Need the 4-foot to get 1. Sweepers are staying close, but this one needs to slow down to stop. It's going to be a steal of 1. Steal of 2. Steal of 3 for Sweden. And a 5-0 lead after 4 for the Olympic champs. Well, right next to him, 2-time world champion Binja Felcher. Down 6-1, trying and cut into that lead, but only with 1. Not able to get anything set up. Has a hit facing 3. And Felcher able to make the hit, score their 1. Was kind of lined up in the stars of Binja Felcher, world champion 2014, 2016, it's 2018. You'd think be her year. Starting 0-2 and down by 4 right now. Is facing a possible 0-3 start. Meanwhile, Japan, Denmark, our feature game here, the Ford World Women's Curling Championship.
Yeah, Denmark ignored the ones in the centre and came round their corner this time. So it'll be interesting. Japan stick to the game plan and just peel off the corners.
Well, the big question, how will we see them hold on to the lead? How will they defend it? That's... Sometimes you completely switch gears and you forget what shot to play. Sometimes you're always thinking hit, 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 as opposed to sometimes the draw's the shot.
Yeah, because currently they're Redstone there at the back. The 8-foot, it's a bit far back to win the end, so they need to probably get a better one in there, but Denmark will get round first. But Japan here, they'd be more than happy to force Denmark to take their 1. You know, they're 4 up. They would like to get the hammer advantage back. Need to work this one hard to get past the top one. Just drops off it.
You know, when it rains, it pours. Sometimes unable to get around that.
I think the handle on yellow 3 is...
They could even afford it to come right up to the back one there.
Well, make that yellow go away. Knows it to be perfect. Yuna Kotani sat out their first game as a Japanese team. Will be mixing up their lineup throughout the week.
And now they lie 3.
Dør den derude, eller hvad fik I på den?
Ja, den var 0-0 den på. Så 95, vi holder den i gang.
So this is one for Camilla Jensen to make sure that she's right round these guards and say she can come up to the back one.
Well, can you get around? And they'll just touch the back edge and straighten it up.
Got away with it. Still does lie short.
Watch this one, they can't quite hold it for the perfect come around. Just glances that one.
So Japan are saying they don't want to obviously hit that shot in case it jams in the red. But it wouldn't be a disaster if they just split both out here, opened, kind of it up and don't give Denmark anything to freeze. But changed their mind.
Play the yellow double.
Yeah, even if she takes the top yellow and springs her red over a wee bit.
So they just peel the top one, open up that lone yellow stone in there now. So a little miscue, a little bit of an opening now for Denmark. Try and use those stones in the house as guards.
Denmark need to be careful they don't come in and leave a double though now. They could even draw one to the other side, level with their own yellow, just to give some separation.
Well, we'll look over at Russia and Switzerland as they play in the fifth end. And it looks like Switzerland's got a force in order. Victoria Moisheva out-turn draw to the forefoot, pick up a single point, get their 5-point lead back. Not try and give Switzerland any life in this game. And this one looks pretty close. Man, right in there, so a single point for Russia. They'll have a 7-2 lead as they head to their fifth end break on sheet C. It's a well-played game by that Russian side. They've played well to start things off. This is their third game, looking to move to 3-0. Well, our game, the draw came up short for Groenbeck.
Oh, Japan working this really hard to try and pass the top one.
And they won't. They'll touch the top. Get a little fortunate they don't catch it enough that pushes it into line 1-2. Both sides have had some miscues here in this game.
Denmark could just tap this yellow up into the forefoot. Or even split off it. They want to lie 2 at the end of this stone.
Wow!
It's not drawing enough for them. So it doesn't really...
It's third shot.
Yeah. It does make the way
Well,
to
is it
the
third or is it
shot
fourth?
more difficult for Japan, but
じゃあ無理そうだね
so Japan are more than happy here to force
熱
one.
い方のダブルの方がいいかもそうすればこうやって残るわ芯ちょっとずらす感じでも熱いと赤にジャムするから夜なら薄い
A couple different doubles you could play that. One they're looking at,
8秒でどうか
go back off the yellow. You could play the other one that was just thrown straight back, make the double. Make the top double.
Yeah, they've got a few options with this one.
ウェイトは8 8 OK 熱い方で抜きたいです
OK
でもミスするなら全然薄い方がいい
あー
熱いと
Yeah, if they've removed both these top yellows and lay shot, or not this shot, but if they lay at the top and have got 4 counters in there, Denmark would need to be very careful.
We have seen the struggles from Denmark with their draws. They've had numerous opportunities to try and draw in behind. Angelina Jensen has thrown 3 draws in the game, is at 33% on them.
ちょっと待って
I'll try and make the double. Jams that one. Still leaves a shot stone belonging to Denmark.
Nej, det tror jeg ikke, vi skal.
Vi går den her vej, vi går den så langt oppe.
Ja. Men den her vej...
Yeah, Denmark needs to be careful here. They don't leave a double
Så skal jeg ud
and
og
then be
lidt stille
facing
igen.
4.
Jeg er lidt træt af at spille derude.
They are lying short. She really wants to put this in second stone position
Så må vi sørge for, at vi
and
ikke
not
kommer
leave a
væk
double.
her.
Ja, så må vi komme over her.
Altså, så længe de kommer ind og lægger 2, og så er jeg egentlig okay tilfreds.
Er det her?
Ej, jeg er ikke vildt travlt på tid.
Hvad?
Vi er vildt travlt på tid.
If she could bring this in behind those reds, just to the top of the tee line. Oh, just there. That's perfect.
She's listening to you.
Så tænker jeg, så må hun spille på den der. Vi kan
Top of the 4-foot, perfect spot.
Altså, det kører pænt, når vi kommer herind, tror jeg.
Hvad siger vi?
Så 05 her. 05.
05?
Ja. Det tror jeg er fint.
Husk at passe på den i starten, ikke?
Ja.
Så langt! Den er lang! 7! Ja! Ja, nej, den skal nok! 7! Ja! Bagkamp! Ja!
Plenty room.
Bagkamp! Ja,
Are they actually saying it's heavy and they're trying to
I think
catch?
so. Use the backing.
Oh,
Ja, ja.
just too heavy.
Too much weight, at least trying to sweep it to hold it. I got a 13 seconds hog to hog. That one would have been quite through on its own.
She's just struggled with her draw weight today.
And that's not a comforting feeling for the skip, knowing sometimes I may need to make that draw to bail a team out.
Yeah, and it's the one shot the skip always need to have confidence their skip's going to play, have that weight in the back pocket. However, Japan can't see the whole of this stone that's lying short.
Jeg er faktisk, når vi så holder den, ikke får lov til at få kølet, for jeg tror, hvis man får lov til at få kølet, så skal den nok skride. Okay.
ハックだね。うん。あんまりだけど、まあ曲がってれば、そうだね。ハックだったらいけるんじゃない
And this will be a team shot if you want to make this one.
大丈夫か
Get down to it. Use the sweeping to manage the stone and able to catch a piece of it. As you roll out and beat a lie 3.
良さそうだな。良さそうだな。
ちょっとアップぐらい
It's hanging the centre line. Is it going to cross enough? It is.
It's a well-managed stone as they end up rolling over They'll lie 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
4, I would say, maybe. Just. That was a great shot.
Just really waited for it to move, and then they used the sweeping to get a little bit more finish on that stone.
Yeah, and yet again, here was an end set up for Denmark to score 2, and now she's facing 4.
Does have some backing, but it is facing 4.
So she just needs to draw into the 4 foot.
You can see the hog-to-hog time. We've seen about 14 be a good time.
The sweepers are on this one early. Is this for line, though?
Yeah, they need to get by, and they won't. They'll chip, roll past, and cut the steal down, but it's another steal. Very fortunate they're able to hold it and get give up just a steal of 1. So Denmark will go the first 5 without getting on the board. And struggling in this one, Japan will lead 5-0 heading into the 5th end break.
いやでも出なかったら黄色吐かなきゃいけなかったからごめんがやめるべきだったごめんごめん
ごめんね、ナイスだ。
ナイスよナイスナイスゴールナイスゴールナイスゴールスライダーの方が早いいややっぱちょっとこっちキープするね一回12.3? 12半12半パックぐらい上と十分だとパックあったパックあったとも結構
ロールしたから両方とも。
おおわーいはい詰め方がすごい今日はちょっとおしゃれな感じこれやばくないサービスよえ、そんなくっつくのくっつくんだねありがとうございますいただきますいい感じないでしょうかしのいでますそうだね
Well, first half of this game, the first end, a chance here to score 3. Tori Kawana and Team Japan, a well-played end, trying to cap it off by drawing the rings and throws a bit of a rocket right through the house. And Japan will score, but only get 2 as they leave a point out on the ice here. Skip ahead to the third end, and after a draw by Angelina Jensen, went to bad spot, left and out for Japan. Now forced a very difficult out-turn draw. Got to tap that redstone a little bit, but this one won't get there. It'll overcurl, tap a different redstone, and it'll be a steal of 1 for Japan. Fourth end, another end that was set up at one point for Denmark to score a multiple point end. That went away. Mistakes and some shots by Japan. Need to hit, stick, but it will roll right out of the rings, and it will be a steal of 1 by Japan. They had 1 more steal and lead 5-0 after 5. Meanwhile, Scotland, USA, and the US had a chance for 3 in the third end. Here, just need to hit the rings.
Line's good.
Jamie Sinclair coming in at 1 and 1.
Line's good.
They will just guide this one into the rings for the 3.
3 yellow.
And the US a 2-point lead into their 5th end break.
What was the short on that one?
Oh yeah?
So here's a look at all the scores. A 5-3. USA Scotland now getting into their 6th end. Our game 5-0 into the 6th. Also a 5-point lead for Russia over Switzerland. 7-2 in the 6th end. And Sweden Another steal of 3. They're up 8-0 over Italy in their 6th end coming up.
You're not throwing bad rocks.
Oh, yeah.
You really aren't. You're really close. Okay? So, like,
Close is not enough.
yeah. Well, if we get a little bit more ice on your hits,
Yeah.
then you're making all of them. So, the scoreboard doesn't dictate how well we're playing. Okay? Okay, let's keep it going. Okay, there we go.
So we can see the difference in the percentages. Japan ahead of Denmark in the draws and the hits.
Well, a full slate of games, every game here into the 6th end of session 4. First stone, no surprise, into the house for Japan again. So we see numbers on the game on the right there, 93% for Lena Knudsen, 85 for the tournament.
Er den køler nu? Den køler ret meget, faktisk. Den er næsten en... Okay, den går tidligere. Den er meget tæt på den. 14-72.
And this corner guard's going to slip into the rings, which is not really what you want when you're 5-0 down. We heard the coach say to them at the 5th end break, you know, you're so close to getting your 2s, just keep going.
Yeah, it's putting those 8 shots together and just finishing the ends. They've had their opportunities. They're able to hold that one, get away with a bit of a mistake. Ariza Kotani hits, rolls out. 17-year-old lead, and playing with her sister Yuna. Of course, both teams have a set of sisters on them.
Den køler ikke. Den køler slet ikke, den der. Kommer nu. Kommer nu. Ja, giv den lidt. Ja. Ja.
So try and put up a corner guard this time. But Japan are now in a position that they can remove that. 3-guard zone is over.
This is the how well does a team defend. Get into this and play the peels. Yuna Kotani.
She was tight with the last one, and I think she's just overcompensated there.
So there's a mistake by Denmark, or for Denmark, to try and use. You don't have to get it all back right now.
No,
just
but
get your deuce.
it is really critical now for Denmark to capitalise on any errors. If they want to get a multiple score back in this game.
So 2 corner guards, but start peeling them. Missed on the last. We'll see. Yuna Kotani at 85% on the game. And this is the only game she's played, so that would be her tournament accuracy as well.
Oh, another error.
So a flash and a nose hit. 2 corner guards. Now Denmark can go to work.
So Camilla Jensen just drawing round this corner guard. It's going to slip back, but it's still there. Has it come out the other side though for Japan to see?
No, it's in the rings. It's something they can work with. They've been able to get it set up. You don't want to think you're going to be making a mistake, but you want to look at, okay, if I am going to miss this, which way do I want to miss it?
Yeah, err on the right side. So if you're not taking the shot out the house, remove the guard. But she is playing quite a delicate weight here.
Kaho Onodera. Well, he isn't going to catch that guard. Will they catch the one in the rings? Does not move it very far, so 3 straight misses by this Japanese side. See if Denmark can get some life.
And again, this young Japanese team, they've probably not been in this situation where they're 5-0 up halfway through a game. So it is that learning curve of how do you play it? How do you call the game? What shot, you know, where do you err on the right side? But a great opportunity now for Denmark to really set something up.
Well, this Japanese team is a very aggressive calling team. Another one goes deep.
Yeah, I'd probably have liked Denmark to come around the other corner guard at that point, just to give separation between their stones.
Well, Kaho Onodera, 75 on the game, 78% overall. Trying to get into the pocket, has to curl across their own.
And that really kills both these Danish stones now, and that's why if they'd split the house, they may still have another counter.
Yeah, using those as a bit of a back guard and a bit of a freeze takes them out of play because nothing really to remove those reds. Oh, they jam on the back, hoping to try and get the roll on it. They move that one red a little bit, get some separation so they get rid of it later.
Yeah.
Japan now, as we've seen throughout the last few ends, momentum just swung right back to Japan's favor.
I know, and Japan have really had quite a few errors in this end with the peeling of guards. But Denmark just not able to capitalise. Japan play the hit and roll here. Denmark are going to be facing 3.
あれかな、ハゲてるから反応しないのかな。
ああ、滑りわかんない。良さそう。いいよ。いいよ。浮いていいよ。
Oh, hit. Lie 3. This is the thing when you're up, you can makes a simpler shot. You don't have to play the tough shot and force your opponent to play that one.
Så 4. Ja. 10.
So how do you try and generate? Do you try and play a little tap and roll on that red? Do you try and freeze the back? You just straight come around the center, the corner guard?
Yeah, she could come in and just corner freeze or slight tap that red that's on the forefoot.
See low numbers for Angelina. Won't be pleased. That level here. Really struggled with her draw weight in this one. Comes down to that back one, but it's going to take a mistake from Japan in order to get your 2. Well, that's the problem with stones behind the tee line. They can't be promoted, they can't be manipulated and used to their advantage. Draw down to it. All but eliminate that one from any chance to score in this end.
ちょっと滑ってそうだよね。そうだね。14でも引っ張れそうな感じする。全部ヘビーな感じがするこのライン。まずはポットまで。
It is just really the draw weight that you're trying to control the top of that forefoot, but unfortunately Denmark's been coming back tee and not being able to control that scoring zone. So Japan don't need to be too clever here, they just need to sit on top of that one that Denmark have just played.
Oh, it's got to hit. Slow down, and it'll slide too far. Just too much weight for Kawana. She could have been short on that. Now a chance to finish off and get a on the board and score a 2. Maybe give up the hammer and change the momentum a little bit for Denmark. I've played every end with the hammer except for the first.
Just can see the whole stone. Just a straightforward nose hit. The coach said to her at the 5th end, take a bit more ice with your hits because they're over curling.
Well, on it right away. Do they have enough to hold it? They will hang on to just enough. It does look like it is 2. So Denmark on the board. They get their first score. It's a deuce. 5-2 now the score as we are through 6 ends of play in North Bay, Ontario, Canada.
Ja, for det er bare lidt langsomt nemlig. Og så da I sagde Jeppe fra starten af, så siger jeg bare, nej, jeg kan ikke holde den. Det er sådan der. Det er jo 0. 電池ぐらいか。外でも滑ってそう。外でもマット滑ってそう。これから7番がちょっと他の石より滑ってるかな。見間違えちゃう。そう、それもあるかもしれない。気をつける。ずっとヘビなんだよね。伊藤はね、私が早かったすごい。4秒で抜けたってやつ。そうだね。それが意外とオーバーステップ。気をつける。あんまり曲がんないとこじゃなくて。今のはちょっと外に流れてたから、あんなもんだな。帰ってきてた。帰ってきてた？開かなければ入れたければちょっとついてた。ついてたと思う。コマンドメ3アップ。まあ1点でも取れれば。そうだね。綺麗にだね。オッケー。
Well, you see that 2 on the bottom in the 6th end. Denmark, Angelina Jensen get on the board. They trail 5-2 and give the hammer back sometimes. That's all you need. Just give the hammer up, get a couple of centerline guards up, and go after a steal.
Yep, you're getting to throw first at the end, so you can dictate. Although the sweepers are saying this is heavy.
Well, that's what you cannot do, is have this one come into the rings.
The last ender corner slipped in. Is it going to stop? Oh, just.
Went from nervous to good shot. That was the tight guard. Now, sometimes like to see that high guard first, and the tick shot's not as easy.
Yeah, there's still 4 ends to go. Japan can, you know, come around this, and if they split it into the rings, it's not a bad result. Yeah, that's a really well played shot.
Very nice. So splits that one in. Will actually spin enough so that their shots don't out counting it. Knudsen has to put another centerline guard back out in front.
So we'll just put up another centre. Hope for an error from Japan, but now that Japan split that in, it's a great opportunity in the 3 guard zone when you can't remove the guard. Now you've got one in the house to remove.
Well, they get a little roll in, not necessarily roll to the center they wanted. They would have been happy staying out to the wing.
Alle vores sammen er gået garderne. Ja. Jeg tænker bare, det er sådan lidt fjollet. Ja, er vi på 05? Ja.
It does give Denmark something to play with in the house now. They could come round the other side on the out turn and draw around the high guard and the shot in the house. It's really quite tight to come round on this swingy hand past that one.
Well, they come up short of the freeze. It is in a position they can use. Not a surprise seeing the center line guard maybe peeled away. But another miss. We've seen a couple already in this one. The last end, Ryuna Kotani in our first game. Sometimes you try and play that peel, you overthrow it.
Hvad var det for tid? Det var 87.
Vi er lidt længere inde nu, ikke?
Ja, okay.
I'd like to see Denmark try and come round the other side here. Leave the yellow and red the way they are and come round the other side in the out turn to the 4 foot.
Yeah, if you make that perfect out turn come around, you got to play a double tap in order to move them. Here now, you punch that one out in the open.
And it leaves an easier shot for Japan, whereas if you come around the other side of the 4 foot, Japan are facing several in a line.
Well, another crack, they're going to peel the guard. I thought they play in the rings on that one, but they'll get rid of the center line guard. Well, they roll to a corner. Catch that one, so missed the first one, tight with the second one. Denmark a little bit of life now that it actually rolls it into the center. And they can protect their stone side of the 4 foot.
Yep, quite a few errors coming in from Japan trying to defend this lead. Denmark need to capitalise now and really put the pressure on them if they want to get back into this game.
As this one comes down on our feature sheet, we'll look over Italy and Sweden. Diana Gaspari trying to get on the board. The out-turn draw facing 3 Swedish counters. Gaspari, no stranger to the Worlds. A veteran here, but hasn't had the results. She finished 3rd at the Europeans to qualify for this World Championship. They will guide this one into the 4 foot, and Italy's on the board, 8-1. Sweden leads, and they get the hammer back into the 7th end of that game. Meanwhile, right next door, Russia and Switzerland. Vinja Felcher trying to get a single point. And facing 2 will hit stick. Just the 1. They haven't been able to get any offense going. Things have not started well for this Swiss team. Facing a potential 0-3 start if they can't come back against Russia.
So Japan raised the short guard onto the one at the side of the 4 foot and removed them both from play. Now Denmark have to make the best of what cover they have and get behind it. They don't have last stone, they really want to steal here. That's a really good effort. Coming round, completely buried.
Nice thing for Japan, the 4-foot is open, but you'd love to be able to get rid of that stone. Mistakes. Yuna Kotani in this end, both on the guard. The flash and then left one still in front. Kaho Onodera try and open it up.
Oh.
They get away with that one. Actually opens things a little more up. They lie second, third, and fourth, so wherever Denmark goes, they have to be careful.
Very careful.
Look at all the scores going on. Seventh end, showed you, was the 8-1 Italy lead, or Italy trailing Sweden. 7-3, Russia still in control in the 8th against Switzerland. Our game's on sheet B, and USA 5-4 playing in the 8th against Scotland. It is USA with the hammer in that 8th end. Skip stones of this 7th end.
So sweeper standing back on this. Denmark don't want to go in and leave a double.
Well, they're going to be in and well in. That's the...
They do lie too.
Looks like a nose double though.
Yes.
Set 4.
She was talking about just being short with that one, short of the rings. To guard it. Just not getting the stone positioning today.
Not using the sweepers. That one they weren't even close to it. Didn't have a good sense on it throughout the whole way that it was going to be where they wanted it to. Until they decided they were going to make a play later in the end on that shot to go deeper. But Tori Koana, chance to make a double.
Men jeg tror fejlen er, at I putter tapen helt derop. Jeg putter kun tapen hertil og hertil, fordi så er der huller til.
Well, and we've seen that out turn for Tori Koana. Make the double, and we'll spill that one out to lie 4, which is 1 stone remaining for Denmark.
But Japan have last stone of the end.
They do. It does look like there is a double. You could sit behind the corner. Or you try and roll behind that stone top 12-foot, but either way, not really the shot that I'd want to be throwing. After a great sweep on this one, Onodera able to hold that one.
And again, Denmark had control of this end and let it go.
And actually, double doesn't look like it is. Sits guarded.
Just going for the hit and roll.
Got to try and play this aggressively. Hit and roll, and it will sit shot stone, but
though.
Wide open. Well, we have our first final. It is Sweden winning again, so they're now 3-0. They knock off Italy 9-1 convincingly over there. So Anna Hasselborg trying to add more medals to her collection. It's been a good year already for her with the Olympic gold. They'd love to be able to add a World Championship medal. Even a gold would be a nice little color they've gotten used to. So final shot here. Chance to score 4. Little worry early, but not a problem. Will hit, stick, and there is 4 for Japan. And that is the final. So it is Japan that knocks off Denmark with a 9-2 victory over Denmark. So Japan improves to 2-0. Well, that drops Denmark to 0-2. Denmark will play Korea tonight, while Japan will take on Switzerland. Well, with our feature game, a 9-2 victory, Japan defeating Denmark. We are going to slide over and show you the rest of the USA-Scotland game. It is a 5-4 USA lead. And it is USA with the hammer as they play in the 8th end. So just 2 games still out on the ice. This third stone's Alex Carlson for Team USA. Peels the front. And this is how we've got to this point. Scotland started with the hammer, scored a deuce in the second. USA answered it back, and a couple of singles by Scotland with a 3 by USA and 5. A 1-point lead. Right now it is that Yellowstone belongs to Team USA.
One. Remaining. One entire life. One. Alex, you need to go. So one. On, Alex. Final list. Hi. 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 Sit. 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 Good.
Well, Jennifer Dodds putting another long guard out in front, just wasting a few stones here. Try and make a play later.
You only have a sliver, eh? I mean, they're not going to throw that guard again.
You only have a sliver of this, eh?
Only a little tiny sliver. I'm almost thinking if we peel this, like...
Well, I don't think we need to peel it. I think you could throw...
Yeah. I think that opens up their shot right now. That...
Well, right now they have this anyway.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I mean, we peel the top.
They play this anyways. Like, it doesn't matter which we peel, they're playing this bump. I mean, the upside is it's not going to be really in the forefoot.
I think it's hard to play the hit and roll off this and get this
Out.
out.
And I think it might be a vehicle for them later.
We could also play the in-turn freeze to here. I think that's.
I don't hate that.
I mean, if you're back here, it's.
It's up to you, James.
I don't know.
Time out?
Sure.
Okay.
It's over there, Alex.
Well,
I'm making sure actually they're benched too.
they're going to use their timeout here.
I mean,
Talk about they do get one timeout.
Open. They're like, no matter what we do, I feel like they're playing this shot unless we guard it, and that seems ridiculous. And it's my
No, if we go
second.
here, they might just play that hit and roll.
Yeah,
It's your second, right?
it's my second. We're not sure. If we peel, they don't put it back. They just play this tap. But we're not sure how to get.
How to put any pressure on.
Yeah,
I kind of like the split on the top one, but you can't see much of it.
which I think you could still split it, but
We
it's
could
going
play
to be
the
sitting.
intern freeze to here, come around it even.
Intern freeze to there would be all right, but she's still going to have
Yeah.
the tap. And she
Yeah.
You could play the out turn,
Split on the tight one.
either split or just top 12 and take
This?
the run backs away.
That's true. That's not bad. Because if I'm in it.
Just tuck a piece around.
Yeah. I kind of like that. It makes them make a
I mean, they'll still have
tough
this
one.
too.
Yeah, but that's a lot harder, especially on that turn. Yeah. She can play the tap, but it's hard. She's not going to have a lot of weight to move it.
All right,
so
tough
just
to
piece
Alex.
under? Yep. Okay.
Thanks.
Not really. It doesn't work the same. Yeah, we are, for sure.
So the worry here in this eighth end is that if you peel the guard, it actually makes it easier and they can make that play.
We had in the baseball plenty. Like 20? Yeah. Okay.
Alex
Gonna run for
Carlson,
quite a
the
while.
third for Team USA out of St. Paul, Minnesota. 29-year-old.
I think I'm
Hair tight, if any.
Line's good.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's good.
Close, man. Yep.
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 Hard
Yep.
line. Hard line.
Yes, line.
Hard.
Yes, line.
Yeah, bounce it off.
Yes,
yeah.
line.
Now trying to protect the red
Okay.
tap on the yellow.
It does. Yeah. Okay.
There's enough room to get there, so straighter side. Move towards end.
What if they go there and they go there and like,
Through the carpet again.
right. So I was
Close-
given
close to your
this
post
for off center.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes,
Should be close. I'll break last third probably.
maybe more.
A bit more.
Mid's good.
Well, Hannah Fleming, her first World Women's Curling Championship.
Back four.
As a skip, she was the alternate
Still
in
want to be fully
2014. World Junior Champ in 2012, World
So
Junior Silver Medalist in 2013. Looking for her first win. I think trying to play the out turn draw, go to the back of the forefoot, get shot stone.
70's
Yeah,
good.
close line, James. Whoa.
Line's good.
Hard! Hard! Hard line! Really hard! You gotta go, James! Hard! Go, 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 go! Hard! Never off
Well,
it.
big scrub trying to get it around that stone, but will come up short.
14-4. Good effort, Hannah.
She's gonna have that same.
I don't
Oh.
hate to do that. I
Yeah.
think
Okay. No,
yours
this
is
is good. This is good.
Well, you play the nose hit for if
Make
you're
a
Team
hair
USA.
flop out. You got it.
Nose this one back for Team USA. Then it's forcing Scotland to either play the wide in turnaround.
Really good effort. Like you've got same again. Because your line, you would have caught top red and moved over. Yeah. So the same shot again. No. Oh. No.
Jamie Sinclair,
Queen? No, never. Oh. Never.
also to St. Paul, but was born in Anchorage, Alaska.
Piece of it.
Well, hit and roll out. They're hoping to nose it so they could take away that same shot that Hannah Fleming just attempted.
A little hot? Yeah. Nice weight.
Just back it early then.
Yeah.
Just throw the exact same, and you're fine this time.
Let's try again.
So a big end. Scotland's going hard to try and get a steal, trying to get a score in the even ends. Final shot for the Scottish skip. Beat Eve Muirhead and her team in a best 2 of 3 after winning the Scottish Nationals to earn a spot at the World Championship, where they're at right now. Yeah, we'll just come up short. You heard the time, 15-1. Just not quite enough weight to get to the 4-foot. An opportunity, not just for a score, but a score of 2 for Team USA.
I mean, I can bounce off of my own. Yes. I don't want to get caught in the ridge out there, though. You're right. Forgot about her. All right, it's 4 inches more than yours.
Okay, a bit more positive for that in your last one. Good effort.
So Jamie Sinclair, final stone of this 8th end. Chance to take a 3-point lead if she can draw the 4-foot.
Always nice to get your 2 at the 8th end.
Nice to score. Bonus if you get that extra point.
Line's good.
She's playing
Line's
for
good.
right now.
Little tight, if any.
Bit of room. Line's good.
Line's good. Line's good. Keep going. Yep. Get it there. Get it there. Oh, nope, it's not there. Okay.
15-1 on that other one. Ended up
yellow?
top 12-foot. That one not even making it to the house. It'll be a single point and a 6-4 lead for Team USA over Scotland.
I didn't think it would be. Just come out there and it's just
Heading
massively
to the
slower.
9th end.
Should have been. Thought that'd be close. Just way slower out there. It looks like. Okay. Up 2, playing 9, without. Of course. Yeah, I mean. I don't even think a blank's the end of the world.
Yeah.
Right, I think.
I think it's 2. Same situation as
Yeah.
Oh, it's 9-10, sorry.
Yeah, I still think it is.
What are we with? Yeah. 2 down.
Yeah.
2 corner guard. Then it's asterisk, so it depends on position.
Stop it.
So if they
I think it's going to be like yesterday. If they set up well, we probably have to make a move.
on it.
Yeah.
No, like she's been not great for weeks before this game. So
The lead.
she's obviously going in the
Yeah.
And then she was throwing it short, which was meant to be like that.
and then through 7-10. So
Because of the speaking. Because of the speaking.
That was produced.
Take opportunity.
Yeah, let's see what's happening.
Corner.
Yeah.
And then maybe something happens in a minute.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't mind two corners if they're not great.
I think Russia, his Irish like really has to carry on.
Well, the Ford World Women's Curling Championship. Lukoli, Rona Howie. We are in North Bay, the North Bay Memorial Gardens, playing host to the World Championship. Our feature game, Japan-Denmark, ended after just 7 ends. A win by Japan. We'll slide over, keep you up to date with session 4. It is USA versus Scotland. Hannah Fleming against Jamie Sinclair in a 6-4 USA lead. USA looking to bounce back after they lost this morning. While Scotland is looking to do the same and try and get their first win of the event.
Like it's in it the whole way.
So Vicky Wright, but just looking to put up corners at this end. Scotland are 2 down.
Loose all here.
Probably want to use 2 corners at this end to try and generate their 2.
That's good. Get it 2. Right here's good. Yep. Hard, Alice. Hard, Alice. Hard, 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 hard. Real hard, real hard. Good, Vicky. 16-1.
Well, trying to get it in position. We'll see what Team USA does. Up 2. Imagine they'll put a second one into the top of the house.
I'm good.
Monica Walker, the lead for Team USA.
I'm good. Just 3. 2. Yeah,
USA very much here wanting to force 1, or even a 2 is not a disaster. They would still go into the last end with a hammer.
Okay.
But Scotland really wanting to score 2.
You gotta be on that side before.
Or blank.
Yeah, like that.
You like just hack away?
I've got all of it.
You got the inside?
Yeah, just.
You want just that?
Yeah, this'll move. This line's been moving for me.
So a mistake there from USA. That could really have been in right up to the other yellow in the house. Given Vicky Wright an opportunity to hit and flop behind that.
And it is wide open, so an important stone here in this 9th end.
Close, yeah. Whoa, whoa.
Close, yeah.
Really close.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yes, hard. No, no.
Sit.
Great shot there. Just virtually rolled too far.
That was 11-1.
And in between ends, it was the USA talking. Actually, don't mind if it's a blank here in the 9th.
11-1.
But ideally, you get a force and you have a 1-point lead with the hammer.
Yep.
So we'll look over Russia and Switzerland in their 9th end. Final shot here, Victoria Moisheva. 7-4 lead, trying to make it a 4-point lead heading to the 10th end with the nose hit.
10.
And just a nice, comfortable clean from the sweepers to nose that one, get a single, and an 8-4 lead for the Russians, trying to stay unbeaten. Trying to join Sweden atop the standings at 3-0 with a win. Meanwhile, it was Team USA making the nose hit. Vicky Persinger.
Scotland still has 2 corner guards on that they can use.
Got room. Line's good. Line's good. We look all here.
We're okay.
We're 5-6.
No, we're 7-8. No, we're fine.
14 and a half. Jen, stay close. Close. Yep.
So Alice Spence just drawing round this corner.
Really hard. Really
Try to bury it.
Good, Alice.
Okay, good.
It's a pretty good attempt there. Well buried.
The guard a little higher, so there might be a little bit of room to make a play at it, and that's what we'll see Vicky Persinger go after. Of course, Vicky and her cousin Greg will represent their respective teams. She's here at the women's. Her cousin will be at the men's. Greg Persinger won the U.S. Men's National Championship. 88% on the game and the event for Vicky.
Yeah, pretty solid performance. And she's made that one.
Okay.
Alice Spence, the second for Scotland, 83%.
She's a partner of Kyle Smith, who skipped the recent Great Britain team at the Winter Olympics. So swept that one as far as they could. Just biting, but it is buried. Could be a second counter.
Force the run back here now for.
I still think so. Straight feel it.
Just looking for a straight peel. Look at Alex Carlson's 90% for the tournament. Wow. It's a very strong performance for a third player.
And we'll peel that one out. They just wanted to open. I thought they might give it a run after the run back because it's not that far. Now Scotland play the hit. Lie 2. % on the game. Well played game, both sides here.
That's nicely played. Lie 2.
So 6 shots left, and now need to execute to finish off the end. We saw in our feature game Denmark wasn't able to finish off ends and score their points when they needed to. Now it's up to Scotland, set up to score there too. Well, hit. Now make the roll. Just comes out the other side for Alex Carlson.
So object here just to make sure they keep the second counter in the house. And a lovely wee roll.
11.
Well, that flip to the outside, lie 2. And we are in the 9th end here. USA, Scotland. Scotland trying to come back and win their first game. They're at 0-2. USA sitting at 1-1.
Out turn will be dead straight. Half a round. That easy. Okay.
Well, Rona, sizing up this double is Jamie Sinclair.
Yep.
This can be their best chance to make it. Or do you try and play one first to get them closer together and have a chance at a double?
Yeah, she could actually hit and roll into the 4-foot and lie shot here and make it more difficult for Scotland. It's one of these ones you don't want to go for the very thin double and then miss everything.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you're getting something from the shot.
Easy peel.
So big weight peel here.
Nothing from the sweepers all the way down.
Yep.
Well, jumps at just full 12 foot, but nothing more for Sinclair. Question is now, do you try and wrap another one around that guard as we have another game is concluded now? Russia defeating Switzerland, so Russia stays unbeaten with a 8-4 victory over Switzerland. Switzerland now drops to 0-3. And it'll go, pardon me, a 10-4 victory for Russia. Well, the Russian girls all smiles after that one. Playing well, Russia. Have the evening session off, and we'll be back on the ice tomorrow morning, session 6 against Italy. While Switzerland will have to play Japan in session 5 tonight.
Well, time out for Scotland.
I'm not sure. Simple to
try and go for a 3. I don't mind trying to go for it.
Working out whether best to go for a 3 here.
You don't want to really bring it back.
Do we take a safe 2? So bring on the coach and see what they say.
And the chances are you're not going to get fully buried, so they probably got that.
I don't mind trying that.
Mind you, they play that, you still got this. Or there's a big curl there. Don't know, it depends if you want to play simple 2 or try for a 3.
Nancy Smith, sister of Dave Murdoch, Olympic silver medalist. Come down to give words of wisdom.
They're probably going to play. They'll probably play that. But to get shot, if we go here, they need to roll and they'll be in the open.
You'll never be rolled first.
I don't think you've got the
inside of it.
But you can still get the inside there. We're not sure. Well, it depends if we want to go for 3. We could just nose for simple 2. Or do we come around here? But we need to keep it top T line to go back the 3s. But will we do that? Because there's still a risk they lose a 3. They would just hit the open one.
They're playing the corners from this side.
They've never really been across the centre, to be fair, but
that's through the corner up there.
Yeah, we were given
and it was just like
that
a button
corner.
Yeah.
I think we could, yeah.
I think just pick 7 and then you're easy to go on. He plays double and then we've still got 3 chances to have it.
Because this hand is
This is my first.
Well, the decision, whether you go around, try and go around the corner, you go around the other side. I think you want to secure your 2 for sure.
In the middle of the forward line.
Is 3 a possibility? If you go around, does USA peel that out and concede a 2?
If we do leave it open, it's not terrible.
Yeah, I think if Scotland came round this yellow guard, USA would just hit the open one. They said at the beginning, you know, if they lose a 2, there's still peels with the hammer coming home. But they can't see the whole red zone, but they would just need to nick it out.
Right. Okay, so that should be good.
But I think coming round this yellow guard, it's putting pressure on your opposition. You want to force that mistake. So I don't mind this call coming round.
A little lower numbers for Hannah Fleming.
Line's a bit high. Good chance, Carl. Jen, you need to go.
Hard, Jen!
Jen, you really need to go.
Hard, Jen!
Hard!
So trying to curl this over.
Fight your pass.
But the weight's not bad.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going right
Easy,
back.
easy.
Will it bury?
Well, it's going to be open for them to have a look at. See US try and make the roll, try and force the difficult shot back for Scotland to score 2.
But I think with USA being 2 up, they'll be happy just to take one of these out of play.
Not going as hard as it is.
Right.
The other way.
Control.
I don't think so.
Well, Jamie Sinclair. Make one of these go away. At worst, give up 2.
Easy, easy,
Whoa.
easy.
Whoa.
No. No.
Whoa.
Keeping well off it at the moment.
Monica. Yep, go. Grab a little piece. Keep going. Keep going. Nice.
Yeah, does what she needs to do.
Got enough of it, remove that one, so looking like setting up for a game-tying deuce here for Hannah Fleming and Team Scotland. Both these teams playing earlier today have lost. Both teams lost this morning. Trying to rebound with a victory. Scotland looking for their first win. USA got one yesterday against Italy.
Line's fine. Fill 12.
Line's fine.
That's fine. Just clean it in. Whoa. I think you're running a bit. No, you're running. Whoa.
Well, this one right down the center of the ice. We'll see if it slides faster, if it'll catch the curl. Needs just better than full 12, and it goes to the 4-foot. So it is 2 for Scotland, and they have tied things up. It is 6-6. We will head to 10. USA has that all-important last rock. Try and win their second game and keep Scotland winless.
So let's just do what we did at the end as well.
Yeah. Set up.
Good. Yeah, they'll pick up for this time. So.
Yeah. Although they haven't been.
How do we want to throw it today? I think normal. Normal release, like just straight, I think. Solid back line, we want to lose our shooter. Yeah. I'm liking the out turn, I think. It runs a little. I think the out turn. Should run a little bit straighter. Yeah. Like a little nicer. Yeah.
Got a fantastic camera
Try to
game.
get a shooter all the way up.
80.
Good. Good ones, guys. You got it. Yeah.
Well, and off we go here. 10th end, 6-6 the score. Scotland trying to win their first here. Live coverage of the Ford World Women's Curling Championship.
Where are we? Okay. Doesn't look bad.
You're okay for...
Really hard, guys. Come on.
Trying to get these 2 centerline guards in position as
Go on, Jane. You've got it.
Scotland will need to steal the win.
Well called, guys. Good. 16-4.
Jane.
Now the tick shot that teams have become so proficient at and making.
Back line.
I'm going to try and touch this one over to the boards. Can't remove it because it's in the free guard zone area, that area out in front of the rings.
Just back line. Hard, Vic. Hard, Vic. Go. Hard. Hard. Okay.
Well, trying to sweep to get the curl. So the tick shot missed by
Nice wait.
Team USA. Monica Walker, their lead, just slid by.
tick shot nowadays is such an important part of the Leeds game. Sometimes wonder when the game's tied, do you bring your counter into the house to the forefoot to bring play in? So it's easier to... But every team's got their own preference of how they play the game.
The decision now for Team USA is, if you miss that tick shot on the first, what do you do on your second? I see most teams have success in bringing the next one around.
Oh. 16, 17.
Especially with these guards close together, and a chance at a double peel. So
yeah, the double peel is there for the second player when she comes to start moving granite.
Final game out there, 10th end, 6-6 score. In the middle of 3 sessions today on day 2 of this World Championship.
I like it.
5.
Yeah, so a good opportunity now for USA to come round and control the top of the forefoot. The last thing they want to do here is be back tee to give Scotland something to freeze.
5.
Rate's looking very good.
Sorry.
Right on the 1 foot.
Coming down just above the tee, or above the hog line.
Maybe just half a stone too far to allow Scotland the opportunity to freeze that.
Weight's close.
Line's good. 6, 7.
Oh, hey, we're not bad.
6, just 6.
7 at the moment. 6, 7.
Line's good. Line's really good.
An important stone to really try and get right on top and set up a possible steal.
Don't want to bounce off it. Just a great shot from Alice Spence.
I missed the time, sorry.
Well, now we're into second stones. The stones out front can be removed.
Okay. Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, it's that one opportunity when you get the double peel to make it. You don't want to just take that top one off when they are so close. Oh, a bit of a wobble there.
The old speed wobble for Vicky Persinger. Just gets one, trying to roll that shooter off.
That's fine.
Still guarded on the center line.
Okay.
1.
Yeah. Okay.
Throw the high center line guard. When they say 1, that means just over the hog line. Use a number system that splits it into 3 numbers for the guards. 1 being a long guard, 2 being a medium guard, and then 3 being a tight guard.
Here.
2.
I think we're heavier, are we?
No, we're literally level with that.
You sure? We're just short
Shorter
of
bit.
And they don't want to leave a double peel.
Coming in.
So
Who's sitting 1?
Okay, let it stop.
they want it just to stop as soon as it can.
Good, Alice.
Okay, Alice.
It's not bad there.
17.
Not probably considered to that system a 2, but splitting hairs, you probably want that just a few feet higher. Well, another crack of this double peel. And will just miss them in the house, but opens the center line up.
It does leave a guard in play to block the outturn draw for USA. But it has removed the 2 centre guards, which was the key objective there. Jennifer Dodge just really wants to replace that centre line guard.
Alice, mighty slow, Alice. Just
only 2.
Okay, line's
Jennifer
good,
played
line's
with
good.
Hannah in their silver medal at the 2013 World Juniors. They want to try and get this to the center line.
Yep, yep. Really good.
Yep, it's a good shot there.
Good, Jen.
Because USA do lie short, so Scotland are going to have to come in and just nudge at some point. But really, they could wait till Hannah's last stone to do that.
Well, the US wants to keep it open. Well, they're not going to have to do anything now because they just allowed Scotland to be shot and left the guard. So
That was a...
Alex Carlson has had a great game until a crucial miss with that one.
that was a poor result off that stone she got. Unlucky the way it made contact in the house.
Becky.
A great opportunity now for Scotland to really get the cover on this shot stone.
Becky.
It is on the 1 foot, so it's very difficult to outdraw.
Needs to stop. Really needs to stop.
Well, and where this one's placed, there's... Don't know if you can get to the button with a draw with the intern.
Yep. Yeah. That's okay. 15-3. 15-3.
Thin half. Sub-third. I don't want to touch less. They're curling, but they're not moving out.
So one to make up for our last stone.
Hard roll. Yep.
Well, rolls them both off. That's quite a nice shot to open up that stone on the side of the button. You see
Good sweep, guys.
some of the supporters, the Stars and Stripes, and you saw the everyone decked out. The blue and white for Scotland. Now we seem to have big contingents following their teams at these World Championships.
Yeah, especially when it's in Canada. The Scots love
Maybe just want a little
coming
bit
to
more.
Canada. So an opportunity now for Hannah Fleming to replace this guard. It's always nice when the skip is just guarding.
That is a nice feeling. USA coming in a 1-1 record. Scotland 0-2.
Line's good. Let it stop. Whoa. Let it stop.
No, needs to sit.
Whoa.
No, needs to sit.
Let it stop.
Needs to sit. No, don't touch it.
Don't touch it means that the weight's there. Does leave a double there for USA.
Well, I think you gotta go after it. And even nose isn't bad because then even if they are able to draw around it, you got the same shot on your last.
Yeah, even if you jam and just roll off the 4 foot, it gives you that bit more scoring area to work with.
Easy feel.
Yeah, go on.
That's the 10th end. Scotland, Team USA, all square at 6. Well, 88% on her hits is Jamie Sinclair.
Can she lift the double?
Wow, look at that. Rolls that one right out, right on the nose to lie 2 for Team USA.
A great shot. However, there is a guard there for Team Scotland to use.
Yeah, it is available now. They know if they can wrap one around and get a little miss. No, they're going to need a miss and to win a game by through the steal. So that's what they're looking at this point. Going with this in turn around. How deep do you want to go?
Deep enough that it makes the straight run back harder. You don't want to just be round and leave quite a close run back.
So even back 4 foot's not bad?
Back 4, you're forcing them to draw the button.
%70 on 11 draws for Hannah Fleming. Skipping for the first time at a World Championship.
Wall line, off the line.
Down, Carly, yep. Line's fine.
Wall line, wall line, wall line.
Get it if you
This is
can.
where USA came down a couple of rounds ago, and remember it really died suddenly.
Yeah, and I think they caught himself here. Don't know if it's going to get there, and it is going to be the win for Team USA. Won't have to throw their last in this 10th end, so Team USA picks up their second win. They knock off Scotland 8-6, the final. In this one, USA improves to 2-1. Hannah Fleming unable to get into the house.
Martin, you want to sign it?
So a strong showing by Team USA to pick up their second win. They will be back on the ice against Sweden tomorrow morning, so that was a huge win for them. Disappointing for Scotland, still looking for their first win. Then break. Denmark able to get a miss by Japan, an opportunity to score 2, has the hit and the stick. Been struggling on where to put the broom for some of these hits. And another big sweep from Team Denmark. This time they're right on. They get 2 on the board in the 6th end with a deuce. But it was short-lived, as in the 7th end, a double by Tori Koana on her first. The roll not made by Denmark, and the open hit to score 4 for the Japanese skip. Tori Koana, perfect hit, stick, score 4, and that would bring out handshakes as Japan would win their second game. Denmark drops to 0-2. We are through 4 sessions. The results of session 4, Scotland loses to the US 8-6. 9-2 is our feature game. Japan beats Denmark. Russia doubles up Switzerland 8-4, and Sweden wins going away 9-1 over Italy. And leaves us with the standings. Russia and Sweden tied atop at 3-0, closely followed by Canada, Japan, and Korea 2-0. USA sits 2-1. China 1-1, and then Italy 1-2, and the winless teams Czech Republic, Denmark, and Germany all 0-2. Scotland, Switzerland 0-3 as we're through 4 sessions.
Well, JD, a very convincing win there for the team. What are your thoughts on that game?
They came out really well. I know in the first end, the Danish team had a hogline violation that really gave us a good position in the first end, and yeah, we took advantage of that and was able to just keep the control from there.
And coming into this event, what would you, as a coach, be a realistic goal for the team this week?
For us, we're not worried too much about necessarily the record at the end of the week. This is a really young team, first time in this event. So for me, a lot of what I talk to them about is just making sure they're ready and perform well every game. And there's a lot of tough teams here. So if we can have every game be close and give themselves a chance to win every game, then that's kind of more our goal than a record.
And you've been changing the lineup. Well, you've only had a couple of games so far, but so far you're changing the lineup. Is that what you plan to do all week to give them all the experience?
Yeah, so we have our fifth is a very experienced player. She came from another team. She's been to an Olympics and a few World Championships. So we're trying to add her in to try and help relax the team and give them a bit of experience. We have 2 teenagers, so yeah, we're just trying to kind of spread it all out and hopefully it'll work.
Well, congratulations today and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Team Japan with the win in that one over Denmark. For Rona Howie, myself, Luke Coley, and the entire crew, thanks for watching the Ford World Women's Curling Championship 2018.